Hello everyone, sorry to make you wait on a video. I was supposed to post it yesterday, but wasn't feeling too well. So I decided I had to record the thing and edit the two together. So instead of getting two separate, really short videos, you're gonna get a hopefully decently long video. Here I have my opponent, Demento. I'm playing Terran. He did say GLHF like at the start of the game, but they didn't pick it up for some reason. You can only say it, somebody says it to me first. So, I do my normal scouting. Before we actually fully get on with this, I do want to apologize I didn't upload yesterday. I can't promise daily uploads or anything like that, because I am going through a very tumultuous time right now. But, I am gonna put these two replays together. And I'm going to do two separate recordings, put them together, and hopefully translation them properly instead of just doing a jump cut. If I can't figure it out, because I am dumb, I'm going to do a jump cut. I'm sorry. But let's get back into it. As you can see here, I'm doing some scouting, as always, and I'm doing my classic wall off. I think I do go Sky Toss in this, if I'm not mistaken. As he's starting his wall off, I'm going to do scouting anyway. You might be asking, you might be saying, Hans, scouting does nothing, right? Well, not the scouting does nothing. Scouting is not as important as learning your build order. I would say, yeah, that might be true. If, okay, number one, I spotted this barracks. Now, that's part of a wall off. But I can reasonably assume that there might be a Reaper or two. Yeah, two racks. He's doing two barracks. That is a good thing that I need to scout. I don't think I scouted the second one. I don't know if I scouted the second one or not. But knowing that he's making a barracks that early, granted, I am making a gateway and a forge, but I'm not making, you know, I'm not making any sort of unit production or anything like that. He already has his going. And granted, I do get mine going sooner or later, thinking he's going to attack. I think I do anyway. I start building my cybernetics core, and I eventually start getting photon cannons online. I don't know why I don't wall this off. I should, but I didn't. At least I don't think I did. We also have, I'm getting two gases. I also found out me getting multiple gases and somebody scouting it might make them think, oh, he's going for military. Even though I just do that out of habit. I know it should be 2 on one, 1 on the other. I'm going for an expansion, that way I can get my mineral up. And I also have my standard proxy probe in case I need to do a proxy expansion. I don't remember exactly what my opponent did here. As he has that, I think that's a classic StarCraft skin on the command center. And he is building a planetary. No, I'm sorry, he's building a orbital. Now, he does have an orbital, which, you know, is very useful. I found out you need to start making orbitals of Terrans. This is going to come up in my next fight. I've also noticed another thing. I'm not used to dealing with mirror matches or Zerg. I do start to send out 2 adepts, just so I can do some early game harassment. I should probably get my expansion. I don't know why I don't. I go for the immediate Stargate. Should go for my expansion first. Especially if it's a proxy expansion. I think I do, actually. Yeah, I'm over here waiting for the funds for an expansion. I think I do place it down, eventually. I'm setting my 2 adepts over here, and I gotta shade them in. And I noticed they're going that way. So I said, okay, I'm gonna scout up here. I realize what's going on, so I just straight up leave. And I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I made a Stargate. Because to me, I see that he's going infantry. I don't see what he builds next. And what he builds next kind of screws me over. He is going over here just in case. I don't think I can get adepts up that way. I can get stalkers up that way. And I might start using stalkers as early game harassment units instead. Because I think you can research Blink from this. I do get my expansion down, though I'm a little behind economically. So I'm saturating my base at least. And I don't know when exactly I make this proxy. I think I make it over here. My opponent does build, what is that, a factory? Yeah, he does build a factory, and I think he builds something else. I'm not going to spoil it for you, because it's a really funny moment. At least to me, it's pretty funny. I'm getting out... Yeah, I started getting a fleet beacon. I do have an oracle out. Now, if I would have attacked with the oracle right now, I would have been fine. But I wasn't paying attention. And when you're not paying attention, things tend to happen. Like this right here. I probably should have had this out way earlier, but I didn't. I also probably should stop always coming from this side. It just gives me... Yeah, he has two of them here. It just makes it way easier for me to go at the mineral line. If anything, I should have came down here and like maybe fucked up this tech lab. That would have been great. Because all of his marines are right here. And I do get shot at and I do leave. Because I'm not dealing with that. So I start making more sky toss. And then I think of something. I do have a pylon over here and a gateway in case I need to do a pincer. That always helps me against Terran on this map, because for some reason they don't look over there. So I'm going to set up another proxy base here. And my oracle right here just chilling. I think I get another oracle, or I use this one somehow. Yeah, here's my gateway. I should be putting yep. Now I don't remember my APM in this game. I think I can look. Structures, units, income, spending. I can look at my spending. I actually have good army spending. Production, upgrades. APM. My average is 47. That's better than I normally do, to be honest. Now let's go back to having production up. No, my average is 47. That's better than I normally have. How do I see that again? M. Yeah, it's gone down to 46. He's got a really high current APM right now. But no, my APM is getting a bit higher. I started to build Phoenixes, because I'm like, well, he's already seen me go on Sky Toss, so I'm going to build Vikings or something. I should have built more of them. It's so bothering me that he has so much money in his bank. Use that, please. If I would have attacked right now, I could have done serious damage. I genuinely could have. But I'm strange. I don't usually time my attacks perfectly well. Especially, could you imagine if I took this out? He's only got a siege tank there too. Losing that siege tank to like air units. He doesn't have a lot of AA in this base. I could have really screwed him over with just this small force. Especially that Tempest. But I, for some reason, do not continue, and I started to go mass gateway as well. As you can see over here, I have a robotics facility queuing up right now. And I'm just continuing really to sit about and wait. I'm going to start building more photon cannons just in case. And I eventually built a shield battery there too. I really could have used those two adepts to really harass this. But for some reason I didn't scout. What is he building there? Yet another... He's really going all in on missile turrets. Actually, yeah, that would be a bad idea. Really going all in on missile turrets, which is not a bad thing, but like a ground army would really really be annoying to deal with. Granted, I'd have to deal with these siege tanks, and well, that's not a bad thing. It's it's definitely a difficult thing to deal with. I eventually do something with this fucker right here. I need to also learn to substitute my language because YouTube's gonna yell at me. I'm gonna start learning how to bleep. I'm gonna learn how to bleep, chat. I probably need, I think my editing software allows me to edit the audio, so it shouldn't be too hard, but I probably should start editing with, recording my audio with Audacity. I have it, I just don't, for some odd reason. So I go over here with this lovely oracle, and I just start being a whole nuisance. And mind you, he has 2 Vikings right there. I do not know this yet. But I do a nice number on his economy before he finally notices. And he's still amassing Vikings. He has no idea what's going on. So he turns over, looks at me with the siege tank, basically goes, "You gonk, why are you doing this?" So he goes over with his whole army, and I just leave. I don't know how I got that oracle out of there, but I did a lot of good damage that I really could have done earlier. And that would have made this match so much easier for me to deal with. I once again also should have made way more phoenixes, because phoenixes are extremely good. Instead, I start massing carrier and tempest for some reason, which massing carrier is good if you have the stuff to support it. I am getting immortals out, and I think colossi as well. I don't know why I decided to mass carrier. I think I should have massed more phoenixes. Especially if I learn how to manage the spellcasters and the abilities, I can kind of just pick stuff up. It'd be really annoying. If you're that one junk who decides to just pick all of your workers up and kill them and run away. So he's moving out with this army. I think he does have like a battle cruiser or 2 coming up. Doesn't move out yet. I'm getting my army ready. Now, this is actually a pretty strong, like, force for this time in the game. I think we can actually look at, yeah, I do have a higher army value, but he has a better economy than me, and he has better tech than I do. He is making more missile turrets. He is running off of a very good 3-base economy. He has all of his bases saturated. Okay, he's saturating this base. He has all of his bases saturated. I forgot, I did do a number on this base. He's like, my opponent's playing really good. Demento, if you watch this, you did fantastic this game. And I'm pretty sure you out-APN'd me by a lot. At least, I believe you did. Yeah, my APM's going down here. The guy he's very decent, and I will also hand over what's going on here, because I decide to attack. After I think I get another carrier out. Which, there's this. Now, if I would have stopped, like, if I would have actually sat and fought that, I probably would have been fine. Now I see, actually, now that I see how many Vikings are there, no, I wouldn't have. I would have needed way more phoenixes. I also need to start using abilities more. Like if I use this prismatic alignment, I'd be able to kill a lot. But no, and I do start massing my gateways because I have a gut feeling that I might need to warp in some infantry. Don't know why I have this gut feeling, but I have a gut feeling. And I eventually start walling this off with photon cannons. I don't do it correctly, and I accidentally give a move order. So, there's no photon cannons there right now. And I eventually decide to go on the attack with my Skytoss army. Granted, I should have supported them with infantry. Which I do eventually do. I'm actually bringing these guys out here. I was going to station these guys here. And what I was going to do is I was going to attack this with the Skytoss army, and then go in here with the land army. But I encounter this. One of my Phoenixes already goes down. My Tempest already getting picked off. It's not good. And I do eventually do an about face. I realize, oh my god, I haven't built my photon cannons like I thought I did. And I start panicking. And then I realize what I did wrong. So I'm like, okay, I see what I did wrong. Let me fix this. But it's too late. He's already come to start messing with my mineral line. But once again, I'm actually doing decent damage to this. And he does have this force right here, which could come and crush my front. I'm bringing up my lovely Immortals, and the Colossus are coming up the flank. Which I think they should have came up this way. But at the same time, they did a real number on the enemy. Photon cannons are up and firing, not, giving no quarter. Even shooting at these guys. I even have a Phoenix out, going after these. I also have my lovely Stalkers, going after the Vikings, going after the Liberators. They're just not having a good time right now. And it was definitely worse for my opponent. He comes here, sees this, and is like, no, I'm done. So that was that one. Let's switch to the next one. So this one, a little bit different. Here's my opponent, Memo, and I have changed my name to Monolith as well. Instead, I did mention that, I think. I didn't mention it in the last, thingy, but, in the last... I mentioned it in the last recording, but not, the last... You get what I mean. The recording I did yesterday, I mentioned it, but I did not mention it, in the first match. But I don't know if I had changed my name yet in that one or what. I'm once again doing scouting, and I know this is a Terran player, so I don't do a full wall off. And I'm deciding I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to see what the hell's going on. See what kind of Terran I'm going up against. And he's already started his wall off. I already know he's going to place a Rax here. I kind of figured, because he's leaving that space there. He does eventually put a gas here. I don't see it. He's trying to fight with me a little. He does eventually put a gas right here. I don't end up saying that, but there was one match I played where the Terran chased me all across the map, and it was really funny. I start building my gateway. I start getting everything ready. I'm building my, I'm saturating my base, building my gas, getting my wall off ready, but not a full wall off. I don't know. I realize I don't need a full wall off when I'm fighting Terran. It has helped me in the past, but I realize I don't need that. So once again, I start with my little proxy probe that I don't know why I do that. It's just a style that I have for some reason when I play Protoss. I am planning to try and play Zerg at some point and learn them a little. Especially if I get bored of Protoss, that is. Of course, I'm going to play against the AI first. I'm probably going to do a bit of cheeses. Bit of cheese. Maybe some proxy hatch, some spine rushes. Especially against Terrans, that could be really annoying. Well, no, more likely Protoss would be really annoying. I was planning to have some cheese with Protoss coming up just because I want to try it. I'm not going to lie to you. I want to cheese somebody, and I kind of do by accident in this. My opponent is building an orbital command that is going to, that's going to become relevant in a bit, at around the 5-minute mark. It's going to come relevant at the 5-minute mark. I already have another base coming down, which is rare for me to have it so early. It's later than you should have it, but I already have it down. I have a little proxy probe. I have a Zealot, just in case. I don't know why I built Zealots, because I'm not fighting the Zerg, but I have Zealots. I even have a Photon Cannon up. I'm going way more for economy this game. And I put a pylon here. You're going to see why I put a pylon here. I also put a pylon here. This is really just so I ended up hotkeying this just so I could scout over here and quickly get to it. I probably should have hotkeyed the probe. what I was going to do is I was probably going to have a gateway here. And then I decided against it. You'll see what I mean. So I have my my lovely thingy here, a lovely pylon. I'm building my cybernetics core here and another photon cannon right there. Still not a full wall off, but better than what was happening. I probably should have built a shield battery or two, but I built another photon cannon. I don't know why I did that. I mean, I kind of do. Photon cannons are very helpful. Hello? You got workers here. There we go. I see another one come, so I take care of that. I really should have put a base here. It would have helped my economy a lot, but I for some reason didn't. Now, if we look at APM, my APM's extremely low. I don't know why I just paused it. If we look at army value, he has story 1 on army value. We look at income. He has the income advantage by a lot. I had the gas advantage, though. Not by much, but I have the gas advantage. And he clearly has better production than I do. He has better research than I do. I'm not even doing research. I kind of do an all-in strat. I don't know if it's technically an all-in or not, because I didn't plan for it to work. I just did it as a start. And I was going to mask even more gateways and continue with my shenanigans. You'll see what I mean. I build a robotics core, I build a Twilight Council, and I think you know what's coming up next, if my lovely probe here wants to build it. I think I build my mass gateway first, which I've actually come to love. I really wanted to try something different, because I'm always doing a Stargate opener. I realized Stargate opener works best against Zerg. And I really need to broaden my horizons and learn to do different tactics and strategies. So I go on, I start massing these gateways. I think I put like 4 of them. My plan was to mass them over here too, but I don't end up doing that for some reason. Now, he has a pretty decent force over here. I couldn't deal with it if I attacked. If I brought out an Oracle, I could do some major damage. Like, I usually have an Oracle out by now, and I could do some major economic damage. I genuinely could. I think Skyterran would have rocked this particular player's world. He is calling down mules, which, oh, I see why he didn't do the thing. And I have a Dark Shrine building. I have a Warp Prism over here. I think you know what I'm going to do, chat. I don't know why I'm calling you chat, because I'm recording this. But I have my Dark Shrine building. I have my base saturating. I should saturate it more, but I don't for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I moved him into position. Also, why are there Ewoks here? I know they're probably not technically Ewoks, but they look like Ewoks to me. They better not throw a bunch of fireflies at me in Vietnam, that's all I'm saying. If I'm like on a vacation, seeing the world, looking at Vietnam, I better not have a bear with sticks throw a jar of fireflies at me. That would anger me. So I head over here, and once again, he has a decent force, and he has an orbital. Granted, his orbitals don't have a lot of energy, so I see what happens now that I'm looking at it again with a clearer mind. I put my lovely Warp Prism over here, and he can see it, but he doesn't notice it. And I come out with my DT. And I wreck his economy. He goes over to bring over Marines, realizes what it is, and just decides not to deal with it. Memo, if you're watching this, really sorry. You did really good. You had a great force. You know, that was a good game. and I hope you still enjoyed your day after that. However, that's all the time I have for today for you all for right now. I'm going to try and get a second video up today just because I felt bad that I didn't get one out yesterday. After all, I do have the time to do so in between looking for a job, so I probably am also waiting for like an HR meeting. It's a complicated situation. Not something I can fully explain at the moment, but if you want to look at the purple channel, it's going to be in the link in the description down below. And if you want to join the Discord, also going to be in the link in the description down below. If you'd like to join the community, you can. It's easier to see when my videos go live. And you know, I tag everyone in the Discord. Every time I can make a video and I manage to, I'm proud of it. I also have a bunch of Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall content to release, so be on the lookout for that. If you're a fan of the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, be on the lookout for my hour-long stream VODs. I think I have a couple that are like 4 hours long. But yeah, I'm gonna be releasing VODs, and just like, because I was supposed to do it like months ago. I was supposed to do it a year ago, and I never did. I wouldn't say a year ago, maybe about a year ago by now, I don't know. But I never did, and so I will be doing that. As I said, I re-recorded this because I didn't feel the quality was that up to it, and I wanted to do better. Granted, my commentary in this wasn't great at all, and, you know, I hope I can improve. I've definitely improved on my tactics, on my macro just a little, especially because I'm starting to branch out and try different things. For instance, I want to try using stalkers as a harassment unit. And to start, really only going Sky Terran against Zerg. And if I'm going to go Sky Terran, I'm going to mass Phoenixes and Oracles. I don't know why. Oracles are just a cheaper, better Void Ray. They can't do anything air-wise, but maybe I'll even do some cheese, you know, use some printf strats. But that's all the time I have for today. Be on the lookout for another video. I'm going to try and get another one out today, and I'm going to try and stream today. Link in the description down below for the purple channel into Discord again to easily see when I go live. Without further ado, have a good rest of your day or night, whatever the hell time it is for you. And thank you for watching a gonk on the internet with way too much time on his hands.